Alright, hey, this is a tutorial for working with DotaIMBA and the Dota 2 workshop tools, and this is specifically on creating your own or editing a vanilla Dota hero, and doing what is like called a lazy hero in DotaIMBA, where you change the values around, but you're not really making anything new. So this is pretty straightforward, but there's a few things you need to do first before you do this. I, I'm sure there's an easier way to do this than the way I'm doing it now, but the very I know this way works for a fact. The very first thing you have to do is download this program called GCFscape. And what this is going to do is this is going to allow us to dig around in the original vanilla Dota 2 files so we can just copy all our stuff and paste it and work from there. Because that's what we're doing, right? We're taking a vanilla Dota hero and just changing them up. So once you've downloaded that, I click installer right here, do that, then you're good to go. And what you will be using this for is you will need access to the following file. It's the same thing: Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Dota 2 Beta, Game. But this time, instead of going to Dota add-ons, just go to Dota. And the one thing you want to find is this very first pack01_dir. And you want to open this, and for me, it already opens it with GCFscape. But for you, it might say something like, couldn't find any program to open it up with, and it may not even offer it for you. So what you're going to have to do is click open, and it might have like a thing you have to click down to advanced and click browse for program. But you need to find specifically, here we go, GCFscape. GCFscape is the program you need to open this with. But once you're able to do it that way, you open it up, here we are. And see what this allows us to do is it allows us to dig through the basic files of Dota, and this is where we can like copy things over. So the file we're particularly interested in is under root, scripts, NPC, NPC abilities, and I guess yeah, click extract, and then here we are. This file is what we use to basically copy over the basic abilities of a hero. So let's pretend we want to make a basic anti-mage. Let's see. Yep, here we go. So the three components, or the components you may or may not want to edit about anti-mage, would be here. And by the way, you only have to copy the ones you explicitly want to change from vanilla Dota. Anything else should just be the same by default. So let's say we want to change his mana break. We'd find, I know it's right in front of you, but you do Control F to find it specifically. Anti-mage, mana break, yeah, right there. And you would copy all of this. Copy. And where would you take this? What are you doing with this? Well, now we're going to go back. Let's keep this open just to make things more straightforward. We're going to go to what is it? The DotaIMBA folder. And by the way, something I'm going to show you, so you don't have to like keep going through this PC to the C drive, the program files. It's very useful to make a shortcut to the games folder, which I've got right here. So I can click on this, and boom, I'm right there. So we're going to go to scripts, NPC, and the file we are interested in is called NPC Abilities Override. So here we are. And you notice it looks, besides this kind of top wall of text, it looks pretty similar. So what we would do is, you know, in retrospect, I think it would be good to pick a hero that actually is lazily done in Dota. Just so, because anti-mage is actually fully imbified in this. So let's pick like Bristleback, I don't know. Which means we go back to our original file. Let's mess with his quill spray. Let's look up for quill. Here it is. Copy this. And in reality, you could paste this wherever you want in this file, as long as it's after this little Dota abilities bracket, but before this very last one down here. Now, I believe he should already have, right, Bristle. You'll see, yeah, right here. See, look. He's pasted basically what we just found over there. Like we can paste it here. Here's our copy, but then this is the copy from normal IMBA. And to show you what you would do is well, I guess he's only pasted the ones that he specifically changed. So I guess we'll paste this one that shows everything. You would go through here, and you can specifically change all of the values that you want to change about this. So, for example, let's say you want the radius for this to be wider. You want quill spray to go farther. You can set it to something crazy like 1500. You would also set this to this. I believe these values are meant to be used. This value is meant to be used for like the tooltip display, and this one is meant to be used for the actual game info. One of them does one of them does the other. I forget. But yeah, you see like all the values associated with it. Here's the base damage, the damage for each stack, and if you see the four numbers, these are per the levels: so level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. This is the duration, and this is the maximum damage you can deal. Let's give it something crazy like over 9,000. There you go. I think it's a float though, so it needs to be 0.0. If you ever see it called field.float, that basically means it's a decimal number. So even if it's whole, you want to add 0.0 at the end of it. I know some programs freak out about that. I don't know if this one would or not. All right, and let's take out this stupid old IMBA quill spray. Ours is better. It goes over 9,000, and also let's just add an extra 0 in there for good measure. And there. Great. Okay. So now we've got that saved. In theory, like right now, we could run. I'll show you. We're going to run the tools. And the version of the game we've just made should have a changed bristleback. In retrospect, I should have had this all preloaded. I apologize for the wait. This is a great time to tell you about a feature that YouTube's got where you can change the playback speed of a video. So if me taking too long is upsetting you, you can just zip through this. Alright, so go to IMBA standard. And if you recall from my last video, since we haven't changed the map, we just changed the text file associated with the game, we are fine. Wow, my computer is slow. We are fine to just go to File. Not responding? Okay, there we go. File, build map, and we can go straight to run, skip build, because if we just edit the text files, it's actually none of the entities that gets built here. You're going to just go right to run. And let us take a peek at our bristly friend and see what has become of him. Ladies and gentlemen, my terrible computer.
Choose your hero.
Bristleback. I can't. There we go. What's that? 20, 40, 60, 800, 32, 30, 32, 34, 360.
Prepare for battle.
Let's game down.
What do you know?
Let's find us a victim here. I always use X. Fuck X. There we go. Actually, you know what else? There we go. Now this is a proper test. Now we're in business. The perfect victim.
Indeed.
So if this works as we think it does, let's get you giving us a little back massage. You give them the smack. Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? Awesome. Okay. Next thing you can do. I wonder if I should be adding these proof of concepts in here. So that is a file you override to do that, and you see how we use the previous file to put things in there. The other files that are important for just doing lazy heroes is this one right here, herolist.txt. And this is very straightforward. It just takes a hero, all the list of the heroes in Dota right now and has a 1 or a 0 next to them. And if it's got a 0, you're not allowed to pick that hero and it's not allowed to spawn into the game. And if it's got a 1, you are. So, for example, you see Doombringer, here he is at 0 because he's not in the game yet. Same thing with Shaman, yada yada yada. But since Bristle's already in the game, we're good. Okay, and that for lazy heroes, that's it. That's simply edit this file and get them from the other file using GFscape.